Hey guys, what's up? Assassin here today. I'm going to be doing an achievement guide for the new buried map in Black Ops 2 Zombies. It is going to be the achievement guide for Awaken the Gazebo. This is going to be to pack-a-punch a weapon on round 1 without touching the weapons locker or the bank. This one, in my personal opinion, is the easiest guide on YouTube, so if you suck at strafe jumping, you only have to do it once successfully in this. You can do it by yourself, and you only really need the trample stream and a little bit of luck. Or if you're good at it, you probably won't be watching this guide. Anyway, I'll move on to a few of my notes. These will just help you kind of get through it a little bit easier. So my first note is basically to make the most of this, you need to make sure you get as many points as possible. And one way to do this is to shoot the zombies 8 times in the leg and then knife them to get a maximum amount of points. The next one is you only need to open up 2 doors in the map, the first being the general store bottom door and the mansion. The next point is with the booze, you only need to use them in 2 places. The first one is to let Leroy out and the second one is at the church. And lastly, the only weapons you should buy for this is the B2 3R pistol if you're doing solo, and then if you're playing co-op, probably the PDW because the amount of ghosts multiply. Anyway, moving on. So basically what you're going to do is, the key to this is to do all of the wall buys. You get 1,000 points for putting each one down, and then there's 6 all up, and once you've done all 6, you'll get an extra 1,000 on that last one. So obviously the first one we need to come across is a Remington 870, which is on this wall, and the location to put it is directly next to it, so it's not that hard to forget. From here, we'll jump down and head to the general store bottom door. This is one of the 2 doors you need to open up, and the other one is the mansion, so don't open up any others or you'll kind of screw yourself. Once that is done, our next key part is we need to head over to the trample steam and build that. So there's 4 different pieces, and luckily enough there is an area where we can build it without having to open up anything else. So the 4 pieces are, there's like a fan belt piece, a railing launch pad, a compressor, and a flagpole, which I'm guessing is from a golf set. But I don't really know the names, except for the compressor, which is obviously a compressor. And once we have all 4 of these parts done, it can... Sometimes you do want to leave just 3, because by the time you have built the actual trample steam, there's already like 6 different zombies on the staircase. So you kind of have to run away to like reduce it, because you don't want to shoot and kill them yet. Because sometimes what can happen is if you get them, you might get an instant kill, and if you've got the permanent perk on, you might kill them all, or you might get a nuke and you have to restart anyway. Next part is we need to go down here and we need to get Leroy out of his cage. So obviously to do that, we get the key, open up the cage, and then we get the booze and break the barricade. This is a step you cannot miss, because if you head to the saloon already, the booze will not spawn in the saloon and then you have to restart. Well, you won't have to restart unless you're trying to make a video like I did, because a lot of time it wouldn't spawn in there or I'd forget it and I'd have to screw myself over. But anyway, once that's done, we head off to the saloon and we want to strafe jump from this corner and across. From here, we can get ourselves a chalk piece, and I have a little bit of a memo to make sure I remember everything. Purely because what I'll do is, I'll jump across to the saloon by using the trample steam, but I want to keep it, so I need to turn around and chuck a grenade at it to blow it up.
I don't even like this.
So mine was grenade boost and then power. So grenade boost power was my thing. So I turn around, chuck this, and then, sorry, chalk, it was chalk, grenade boost power. That way I remember I need to do the chalk, I'd chuck a grenade, I'd jump down, grab the booze, and then I'd do the power. Because obviously if you're doing this achievement, the last thing you want to do is forget about the power, make it all the way to the end, and then see that the pack-a-punch machine is not powered up, and then you have to travel back through the ghost and potentially have to restart. So if you remember chalk, grenade, boost, power, you shouldn't have a problem. I personally buy the B2 3R pistol here, or bear pistol as I call it. That way I just save time, and that way I can tell if I have enough money to get into the mansion, in case a couple zombies get flanged by a trampoline and I might not have enough money. And the next step I do is, I come across to the church and use the booze, because when you use the booze on the church, all you really have to do from that point on is grab every single chalk piece and do every single wall buy. You don't have to worry about any other steps, and it simplifies it. And the reason I'm using the booze on the church is because upstairs from it, there's actually a wall by kind of hidden upstairs. This part here probably takes the longest, because obviously since Leroy needs to follow you everywhere, he's a little bit slow. Luckily for me, I actually got Carpenter there, because one of the zombies actually does die by getting flanged by a trample steam, so I kind of re-get all the points I would have lost from that one dying anyway. But you want to narrow down the amount of zombies that are going to be in his path, because if he does run into them, they die. So you want to try and lure the zombies away to yourself. That way, none of the zombies will die, you'll still have enough money to get inside and then get back. So at the moment I have 3 zombies left. I put a trample steam down. That allows you to get back across without having another booze, because obviously there isn't any. And the reason I run away is because I want the zombies to teleport to me when I fling across. So in a few seconds you'll hear 3 different sounds. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That means I know that every single zombie that was following me is now teleported across, and I can chuck a grenade to destroy that trample steam. And here comes the ridiculously easy part for all of you who do not know how to strafe jump or cannot say strafe jump successfully. So you come back across here, the place where you would strafe jump, just put a trample steam down and you are freaking set. You can go through this achievement now with no worries, no sweat, no problems. The only thing you have to worry about is if there is any zombies inside of this barn up the top here, you will need to get rid of them somehow so they don't follow you. Because if they follow you, they will run into that trample steam and they will die by getting flamed. And you will hear that later on when I'm going to get one of these chalks. You'll hear it. You hear the ding of it being thrown away and being reset. But luckily for me, like I said, I already had the Carpenter, so I get all of that money back. Well, points back, sorry. I just call it money because it pretty much is money. Other than that, the only thing you really have to do is to get to the one that's in the courthouse. Sorry, this is an example of what I was making sure of. The zombies would be downstairs when I basically jump across. But the way you get to the courthouse is from this point here, straight to our left, you can actually put the trample steam down on the corner. So you can go to the courthouse and then jump straight back, as you'll see in the next time I come back here to get the chalk. Other than that, there's the church, there's the courthouse, and then there's the one more that's on the side of the building when I come back. So now that that one's done, all we have left now is the AK-47U and the PDW. We are going to go to the courthouse next, and you will hear one of the zombies get flanged. So if you hear out for that, that's what I'll be talking about when a zombie follows you. But while that's happening, I'll just do some little bit of a filler voice, and I'm going to go to reason why you should choose the PDW or the B2 3R pistol. The reason why I chose either one of these to do it is... Well, sorry, there's a zombie going. The reason I chose it is because both of these weapons, they have incredibly high damage. They have extremely high mobility, and what I mean is if you're aiming down sights, you can move very fast without having to aim again. So if you ever watch any of my gameplay online through Twitch, you'll see that when I always have my sight up and I always aim. This makes it really easy to hit targets, and it's very good for when you're going through the house when you're trying to kill the ghosts. The good thing with the B2 3R pistol or the bear pistol is that a single burst round will kill a ghost if you aim anywhere in the chest or higher. And with the PDW, very, very good for co-op version of this, or single person, is because it has 50 rounds in a clip. You can aim and move very fast, and it's like doing the Mile High achievement in COD 4, where you basically couldn't reload a gun because if you did, you'd die. And we're going to replace die with losing money in this. So it's pretty much the same principle, and that's the reason why I chose those two weapons, because the high damage, the good mobility rates, lack of having to reload, and if you do have to reload, it's very fast reload. And you'll see that in the house later on. I think I do screw up a few firing, because you do have to kind of take nerves into it a little bit, because for me... Personally, the reason why I was so jittery at the end is because I literally tried to film this 12 minutes of footage for 4 hours. 4 fucking hours to get a perfect playthrough for you guys, so you guys can watch it without any fuck-ups at all. And also to learn how to strafe jump on this corner, because the reason why I did this is because I cannot strafe jump correctly. I learnt by trying to do this achievement, so I hope you guys really take that into account and leave a like and a subscribe, and even a comment saying if you enjoyed the video or not. Anyway, I'm going to go on to this. I do put the trample steam down again, and then I do the chalk drawing. This is to make sure the zombies don't die by getting flang again, and I can just basically run up and open up the mansion and head through the rest of the achievement. And as you can see, I got 2,000 points for that last chalk drawing. I have 6,300. Obviously, I need 1,250 points to open up the door to the mansion, and then I need 5,000 to Pack-a-Punch. You want to make sure you've switched to your main weapon you're going to kill a ghost with. And here comes the fucking good part. And by good part, I mean if you fuck up, you're going to be starting again. And that there is what you call nerves coming into play. When you are going through this house, you always want to be mobile. The only time you want to stop is when it's between ghosts. When you're playing by yourself, you only have one ghost at a time. So if you kill something, you move up to the next spawn location, you keep moving up, just like Mile High. In fact, I reckon I'm going to go back through and do a Mile High achievement for all you guys. Because that, to me, that achievement and the Ultimate Defender in Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 are my most two proudly done achievements, because they required a lot of skill, and it's actually a proper achievement instead of complete the campaign, here's a few points. Definitely make sure you don't kill these zombies. A lot of people might forget that it's the same wave, and if you kill them, if you've left one alive, you're gonna fuck yourself. You're pretty much just gonna go fuck yourself. So you just want to basically try and keep them away from you. Do not chuck grenades. You cannot create a crawler on round 1. The earliest you can create a crawler is on wave 3. Because that's the only time they'll be strong enough to survive a cooked grenade. Anyway, when you come up to this part, please do not fall down and then get to the edge of where the Pack-a-Punch machine is and then fall off, because you keep thinking it's a spiral staircase. But anyway guys, there you go, that's how you do the Pack-a-Punch on round 1. I hope you guys really enjoyed this guide, and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And the reason it takes so long for my achievement to pop here is because I need to clear the cache on my Xbox, because I have not cleared it in fucking forever, and there is a lot of stuff there. So I need to get rid of that so all of the achievements pop up quicker, and I can do these guides probably even better that way. So there you go, 30 gamer score for Awakening Gazebo, and there you go.